See all that smoke pouring out of the back of the flamethrower? Well, it's not my problem anymore because I just sold it and I'm on the way to the auction to hand it off to its new owner. And the best part is that I'm taking the money from this disaster and rolling it straight into 2 more auction gambles. Today we're picking up a pair of budget beaters to find out how much trouble you can buy for about $3 grand each.
Shoot, I went over. We're used car dealers. Of course, we only put 1 gallon of diesel in before we drop a car off at auction. They got a little extra. They're lucky.
Now, at this point, if you think I'm the greatest used car salesman to ever live, I just have one thing to tell you. You haven't experienced life until you've owned a Range Rover. But the truth is, I bought this Range Rover for about $5 grand, and even then it was barely running. It had a massive air leak, a serious coolant leak, and after chasing all that down and fixing it, it actually worked okay until we found out the DPF was clogged with so much crystallized DEF. It wasn't smoke coming out of the back earlier. That was just a bunch of steam from the tons of water I ran through the exhaust trying to melt up all that junk. But of course, now that we're taking it to auction, every light has come back on the dashboard, and in the end, I got my $5 grand back out of it, which sounds okay until you remember all the extra money I dumped into its parts and repairs, which means it's a loss. So technically, the next guy gets a better deal, and that's usually how this goes. You buy junk, you get junk results. The only reason any of this still makes sense is because the gamble is half the fun, and that's exactly why I took the money from this thing and rolled it straight into 2 more super cheap auction cars, which reminds me of another big problem with this Range Rover. It's a diesel.
Bombardiro
And with the current fuel
crocodilo.
prices, that doesn't help the resale value. But what's always been a great help for me and what I've been doing the last several years is use Upside, a free way to earn cash back every time you fill up. Inside the Upside app, it'll show you the price of all local gas stations, and then it lets you know how much cash
each one, which assures I can get the best price available. All I have to do is hit claim, and right now I'm earning 14 cents a gallon back thanks to Upside. When the fill-ups are this much, you always take advantage of a free window wash. Look, I found a penny on the ground. It's like we got a little extra cash back. Again, check this out. PDQ has 40% cash back right now. All my Florida people know how good PDQ is. And that's what is awesome about Upside is it's not just for fuel. They also have awesome restaurants in here and grocery that you can earn cash back at. This is cash back that can go straight to your bank account. And it is super simple. Again, you tap claim, you earn cash back with Upside. Just hit the link in the description box, download the app totally for free, and make sure you tell them Sam Prack during sign up. That's going to get you an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first fill up when you use the Upside app. Again, links down in the description box. If you haven't already, make sure you get Upside. Look at this thing. It made it all the way to Copart, Tampa. At Copart, these cars are all as is, and the likelihood of the person that's buying it parting it out is much more than say them actually trying to fix it and drive that car. It's actually worth a good amount of parts. Those engines alone refurbished are like almost $10,000 because they are the turbo diesel ones. And well, again, it could be much worse. It could be like this right here, a Continental Flying Spur. These cars are already cheap before they're smashed. This one's got a nice smash. Just the parts alone on this one. You take a look at the fender and front bumper. I mean, this is simply total out of car like this. It actually looks like a nice fixer, except for the fact that it is an old Bentley. These things are barely worth anything anymore, and you're seeing people pick them up under 10,000. I have picked up a convertible one for $8 grand before. Not worth it. Although these wheels are really nice. I'm wondering if this is a speed model because that could change things. Those are not your regular plain Jane Bentley wheels. Those are the nicer ones. And the interior in this one, kind of nice. With the Flying V stitched into the headrest here. My old Bentley that I paid $8 grand for, someone just stuck a sticker on the headrest. Oh man, this one wasn't really nice. All right, I'm starting to take back what I said. Maybe it is worth a little something. Of course, the battery is dead, but I would guess something like this maybe sells for $6,000 or $7,000 in parts. Not a bad fix if you don't mind maintaining Bentley, and also depending on what the miles are on it. We're here today with Andrew. Andrew's sunglasses are a little silver.
They were free. I found them.
Well, there's a reason why the person that left them where they didn't come back to claim them. And we are on the hunt for something in particular here. Not only did we buy a car, we're going to get it from here once we find it. The satin paint job on this Mercedes caught my eye. But really, this is the more interesting Mercedes.
An old S-Class 420 SEL.
What is something like this worth? I mean, it looks to be in really good shape, at least on this
It does.
side. And why is it here? That's the question you always got to ask yourself about these old cars. Is there following with these, and are they worth anything? Or?
Most people who keep these have had them like new, and they hardly ever get rid of them. When they do, it's mainly because either they pass away and no one else wants to keep up with them, or it's just finding and sourcing parts. Like most of these cars get pretty hard to work on. I know Mercedes-Benz Classic still manufactures certain parts, but the aftermarket, you know, parts for these cars aren't built to that good of a standard anymore, and you can't get any new parts. So most of them get priced out.
99,000 miles on the clock. Is that real, or do you think the odometer for?
I believe it.
And the car,
Good tires.
besides the auction dust on it, is in really stellar shape.
It's a cool paint job too. It's almost like a gray.
Looks all original. I see brake fluid in the reservoir back there.
They replaced the hood pad that always falls. Some
Come on, looks too clean. The cooling system all looks nice. The fan's there. Let's see. What's the chance that this turns on? All right. Oh, I love it. It's got that old springy Mercedes-Benz seat. There are also about 1 billion keys here. This looks like it would be the one to start the car. Let's put it in the ignition. Oh, classic noise. Let's see. It runs. There you go. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It's got oil pressure.
Unlike the car we might have bought. All right. We'll check in on that later. Listen to this thing. Now look at this ABS pump. Looks like actually pretty modern ABS pump for how old the car.
Yeah. They always start off with the S-Class, right? Whenever they have some sort of a new technology. So I'm pretty surprised that this thing has an ABS pump. Seems like it's in good shape.
I like it. I think we need to watch this one. I see something over there in the distance. It's got me scratching my head. Do you see that or no? Is that a GT500? The problem with all these modern Mustangs is that you can buy the front end for the more expensive Mustangs for the cheaper Mustangs. From here, it looks like we've got one of the newer supercharged GT500s, the cars that are still outrageously expensive. These things are anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000, and I'm starting to see the wheels. Those wheels look straight off of an EcoBoost model, and the door is also not there. But they did a whole entire GT500 front-end conversion on something that's probably not even an 8-cylinder. So let's play the game. What engine is under the hood? Andrew, this body style is an S550. It's either got a V6, a 4-cylinder, or it's a GT engine. Okay. Those wheels, I'm giving you a little bit of a hint. If you got a really base model GT back in the day, you would have gotten these wheels, but these wheels would have also come on some of the other cheaper models. So with that, what engine are you saying is in this clone GT500?
We're going to use physics here. The front end is sitting slightly higher up, which means that the engine is lighter. I'm going with the 4-banger.
4-banger.
My heart is telling me it's a V6.
I'm looking around. I don't know how I'm going to get in to figure this out, but we're not leaving this car until we figure out. I'm looking at the back. Oh, D-badge. Perfect. Perfect. Add to the mystery. I like your call that it's an EcoBoost. I want to see one more thing. I want to see what transmission. If it's got an automatic, which it does. But look at this. It's got the Recaro seats in it.
It's a four banger.
You think it's a four banger?
I knew a kid in high school. He had one with the Recaros, and it was a four-cylinder.
Listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say this is an older car. This is one of the last ones they produced with the six-cylinder in it. Hold on. Listen, I'm gonna give you one more clue. 8,000 RPM redline. All right.
8,000 RPM?
Yeah, it's got an 8,000 RPM on the gauges, right? That
Right.
doesn't mean it goes that high. They probably put all the same gauges in all these cars, let's be honest. Okay, four banger. I'm saying six-cylinder. I'm saying it's a rare bird. It's the last of a dying breed. An S550 six-cylinder. All right, go ahead. Do the honors. Open it. Boom. What is that?
Turbo 4.
It is the Eco Boost.
Eco Blue. Wow.
I didn't know that.
Look, Shelby.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine being that bold? Taking this to a car show with your Eco Boost engine sticking out with the Shelby lettering that is peeling off the bottom there and having the four-cylinder directly in your face. Let's see. Turbo looks stock and everything. Wow. Well, you know, to each their own. What are we figuring happening here? The person got into the collision. Stop. That is not cool.
That's what I need, man.
No, stop.
I need that.
Listen, we're looking at the car that's actually got some potential here, all right? F8. And we've got a little side damage here. But what's really strange here, the whole entire roof is open. It's exposed. I'm pretty sure the roof goes down in there. And why the heck? Well, it's okay. Here's what happened. It bound up in here. Roof fault. Accident happened when the roof was down. Boom, there you go. Can't get the roof back up. Who cares? It's salvage. And that's what's so annoying. But, like, what else do you do? It's a write-off. This guy got the car bought back. And, well, it's not his problem anymore. But what a beautiful car. Beautiful spec, carbon fiber everywhere. Something like this doesn't look that bad. But then when you get a closer look and you just see how far it messed up the door gaps and everything like that, this turns into a mess. It affects the operation, like we said, of the convertible top. And then you got a car that looks like it's $30,000 a fix and it turns into $130,000 a fix.
So what is this selling for, Sam?
Oh boy, okay, so this car wholesale, okay, this car wholesale in fine condition without smash in the corner would be about $350,000. With the smash in the middle, I mean, you gotta get 50% off that number and even a little bit more because you want to be there as a rebuilder fixed, but you're not going to be. This car is probably 125 in the condition it sits in, and that's probably also before any auction.
This is what we're here for.
No, I don't. This is not the one-off build. You know, you can have 100 of these things, especially out here at a Copart yard. We'll run and talk 4 more of them.
Folks, sound off in the comments. Tell Sam how he's wrong and how a 350Z Nismo is all you need.
Why not a 370? Isn't the 70
Who
better?
cares? Because look at the Nismo. It looks like the Japanese touring car. It's almost like a homologated version of the touring car.
Does that mean you live an alternative lifestyle? So here's the question about this. It does look cool. It's got cool brakes. It's a manual transmission.
Of course.
And I swear
They're limited production too, if I'm not mistaken.
I could see you driving it specifically with those green sunglasses
Hey.
on.
And a little vape. thing.
Yeah. So what do we got as far as accident damage? Looks like front corner here. Yeah. Not bad.
Mhm.
A little bit of a kinked in apron you can see underneath all that blue plastic. Stick shift. Windows are just probably bumped down a little bit because they're indexing windows. Does it start up?
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
My God, it sounds like an elephant.
This company,
They hate you,
they
probably.
banned me for life.
Yep.
I'm not kidding you. I can't tell you why they banned me for life, but let's say I'm no longer allowed to have a membership to this company right here. How great would it be if I was able to get this beautiful flatbed? I mean, look at how nice and new this flatbed is. With that amazing windshield, okay? Look at this darn thing. You get a new cab. Oh my God, it's gone. There's nothing left here. But look at the back half. The back half is what I want. Get it? Of course I take the stickers off. This is a lesson in how you beat the man. You become the man. You get your own company vehicle like this. Copart is the place to find them. This is exactly where I got my fleet from the pizza company. This is about to be next. I kid you not. This is, look at the back. Look at how perfect this thing is. This is brand new. Oh my gosh. Please, someone just teach me. B-Tune, can you help me fix this? This is a mess. Cybertruck. Cybertruck. Foundation series, wrapped, front end collision. What's new? These things are a dime a dozen nowadays.
What's the Foundation series?
That's like the first model that came out. Basically loaded up, 100-something thousand, faster, nicer wheels, has everything on it. And also this one has been compromised in the front. No big deal. Right there, baby. Can't wait for this one to come out. This is in the watch list. These are getting harder to find cheap. And this one,
of course.
Tiptronic.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. It's almost like you pass over, but these cars have gotten so expensive that I've stopped passing over the Tiptronics. I'll actually give them a look. This actually has a PK. This isn't just a Tiptronic, so this is not too bad. Carrera S as well. Nice and clean, great color combination. Love the metallic blue on the outside. And so a car like this, oh my goodness, 191,000 miles. And that's the way you buy a 911 cheap. Let's see here.
What's probably got to be?
Yeah, let's see. Got to do it.
190,000. Dude, these seats look
Really nice. And that's the beauty of a 911. They just hold up really well. Foot on the brake. 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
Okay, that's why it's here.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the smoke.
I would say that's missing on just a few cylinders. Not terrible. Smells, yeah, smells like it's missing.
Smells like fuel.
Yeah. This is a cool one. Probably needs a whole engine rebuild, unfortunately.
Think so?
Oh yeah, I think this engine, I believe this still has the classic, bore scoring issues, but man, I still think that this is the way you buy a cheap 911, something like this that has high miles, but is in immaculate cosmetic condition. I mean, when I say immaculate, amazing for nearly 200,000 miles. Okay, the car that we're driving home on nearly 200,000 miles does not look as nice as this, and this has a great spec. The calipers are nice and red. The wheels, Michelin's
from 2025. Someone cared about this thing.
Someone really cared about it.
Pilot Sport.
But at 200,000 miles, it's not uncommon for the engines on these to need an entire overhaul, and that's when you get to the point where it almost costs the same to overhaul it as it does to just buy one that someone's already. It's crazy the amount of money they want to fix these things. You're talking about just starting at 20 grand to overhaul the engine in there. If you pay a company to do it, you do it yourself. Of course, maybe you could do it for half. Yeah, do it right. Flat 6, not like working on an LS, There's a lot of good stuff out there today. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. If you had to spend your own money on one of those cars as a project, let me know which one down in the comments. I think the best values could be that 997 Porsche 911 or, of course, that nice flatbed tow truck. But this is the car that we are going home with from this auction. It is a 2010 Cadillac Escalade. Yes, I know it is very boring looking, and, well, we come under the hood here. It still remains, somewhat boring. This is all stock. But I bought this specific car for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a rear-wheel drive Escalade. And I found out recently that Temu has a camshaft upgrade that's like $60. So I'm dying to try it out. I think that this is the perfect car to do it on, especially because when you get a closer look, again, at this engine, it is just so stupid clean for a car that's in otherwise very mediocre condition. Also extraordinarily cheap, only 200,000 miles on the odometer. A couple owners. and cost us a whole $3,000. That's including fees and everything. So it's a run and drive. We're going to take it to auction 2 to pick up our second car, and as long as it makes it there, I don't see why it won't make it anywhere. It is an LS, of course. All right, let's see how good it runs and drives. Check that out, half a tank of gas. No check engine lights. What a deal for $3,000, man. Furry friends retreat. What the heck is that? You gotta love how solid these Chevy trucks are, right? Like the most reliable. Here, oops, sorry guys. I think I spoke a little too soon, actually. That's the worst possible light that could be on right now. And we don't have another car to get home, so we're gonna see how far this makes it. I got a good idea. There's actually, the PDQ is actually just a few miles away from here. We can see if it makes it to the PDQ, and if it does, it's more than likely just a sensor that's causing it. Like, oh, check engine light just came on top of it. We're cooked, dude. This is not looking good. The engine was a little too clean, wasn't it? Does that dinging in the background sound familiar to you? The dinging, does that sound like a car you've ever heard before?
My Kia kind of has a sound like that.
It's not a Kia. It's not a Kia. Let's see if I can flip the screen around for you here. It's an Escalade. Yeah. This is the generation. Did you ever have one of these in the 2010?
I skipped that one. I went from the GMC 800, the 2005, and then into a 15, so I skipped that generation altogether.
Well, you're missing it. Because I just got this one for a whole $3,000. Only 200,000 miles on the dash. And I've gone a few miles from the auction, seems to run and drive fine, but there's a light that came on the dash and a warning that says, stop, oil pressure low. Do I send it? Do I go home? If I made it 2 miles, will I make it 25 miles? No. Well, it's like miss at idle mating, but other than that, I think no, definitely no knocking. It sounds beautiful. No, still that. Well, I mean, I can't get that right off of the information thing. It just, yes, I can't get the message off the dash. Trying to clear it, hitting the check button. The button right here.
Actual gauge, though? There's an actual gauge, right?
No, I don't think so. Look, you've got fuel, you've got coolant, and that's it. You've got an information screen that will show up right there. No, it just won't show anything. But come on. You don't think it's just a switch? It's a switch.
Sensor of the switch, yes. I mean, those didn't really have oil pressure issues.
And if it's not the engine's, what? $900?
Lucky
$800?
Lucky boy. Lucky boy. Even the junkyard LS ones, but yeah, you could probably, it's a 6.0, right?
6.2.
There's a 6.2, right? Those are kind of expensive, man.
Okay. I mean, I gotta get home. I think it's, but yes, it could leave me stranded. So here's the thing: how long will it go? I mean, it's not going to go very far with low oil pressure, right? We're good. We're good. Just say it's good. So that way, if something goes wrong, I just call back to you. I say, hey, I'll call me.
You can go another 2 miles.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I figured.
It's really zero.
Here, answer this last question, and this will decide what we do. Have you ever replaced an oil pressure sensor on any General Motors car in your life?
Yes, many.
There's your answer. We're going home, everybody. We're going to make it. All right. I don't know how much longer I can take with that noise. However, we've driven this car now, I'd say at least 15 miles. The engine has not exploded. Thank God. But it will not stop chiming. I did a quick search how to shut off the oil pressure warning chime, and it came up. You cannot shut off the oil pressure chime because it is a safety feature. Anyway, we've made it to auction 2, where we are picking up our second car. This one, I assure you, is way more exciting then the Escalade, but we have no clue what sort of mechanical condition it is. It was sold totally as is on the Escalade red light, so whatever we paid for, we got, and well, it looks just insane in photos. I sent Andrew to go get the car. He says he's coming.
Nubini Pizzanini.
Supposedly runs and drives. Here it is. Look at this thing. How's it work?
Got a full tank of gas.
Oh. Dude, how did we luck out today? 2 cars. That's one of the things I noticed most first on this car is that it's got aftermarket Willwood brakes. Those couldn't be cheap. And someone had to spend an absolute fortune on this. Here, pull it right here. Let's take a closer look real quick. The color is outstanding. It's like a black but blue in certain lights. And it's got carbon fiber everywhere. And someone must have spent like a lot on this thing. Huge carbon wing, union jack, big sunroof. Engine sounds darn good. I thought for sure we were going to get this and it was going to be a misfiring mess. And it's funny, what did I tell you earlier? I said, hey, chances are we might have to trailer that Mini home and we'll be able to drive the Escalade. It might end up being the other way around. I'm hoping both of them make it. Let's get both of these cars home, and I gotta show you what's under the hood of this Mini because it is insane. Now we have no RPM signal. It's also telling me to service Stabilitrack, but the dinging noise is gone, so hopefully that's positive. Goodness, the suspension is just shot this thing. We made it. Oh, this engine is misfiring really bad at this point. Just gonna leave it running for 1 second. See if there's any real nasty noises because it's hard to hear over that darn chime, but I can feel the vibration at idle. Yeah, you can see it's got a little bit of a shimmy to it, but no nasty ticks or taps or anything like that. So I'm really hoping it doesn't have anything catastrophically wrong with it. Oh, Mini made it too. Let's see. How'd it work?
It's really good, really peppy. Broke up a little bit once it started to boost and the check engine light came on.
That's a Mini. It's kind of normal. The AC feels good.
Nice and full. So it's all that.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm about to go nuts after listening to that chime for the last hour.
Yeah, I got the better end of the market there.
Now, I hardly know where to start, nor do I know what I'm looking at in this Mini's engine bay. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. And while it looks absolutely insane, on the surface, it's just a bunch of extra shrouds and a painted valve cover. So it will be interesting to peel everything back and see if they upgraded the turbo and maybe even the engine. We'll be doing this very soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you're the first to find out when we release this next video. And as for the Escalade, we figured the fastest way to see whether we had a serious problem was to just drain the oil. And what came out looked exactly like what you should expect from a $3,000 auction truck.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén de lo mejor de mi raza. Es 20 de abril, lunes casi viernes y vamos a empezar con dos sin información raza. Por fin estamos de regreso en Monterrey. Estábamos en Madrid, creo que la presidenta estaba en el avión, pero no estoy seguro. Ya estamos de regreso en Monterrey, lo cual pues está bastante chingón. Y esta es una semana de fiesta. Esta semana estamos de fiesta. Literalmente en nada de tiempo se vienen 3 balazos. Y aquí tenemos los temporizadores. 4 días algo va a ocurrir en este canal que va a estar bien especial. En 7 días algo va a ocurrir en este canal que va a estar bien especial. Y en 10 días algo va a ocurrir en este canal que también va a estar muy especial. Literalmente llevo meses trabajando en un montón de cosas. Y todo va a salir a la luz literalmente en 10 días o menos. Lo cual debería estar bastante chingón. Si ustedes, yo ya estoy harto de que esto esté vacío. Tiene que estar lleno de cosas por todos lados. Entonces, sí, vamos a llenar los estantes, vamos a mostrarles un montón de proyectos en 4, 7 y 10 días, lo cual debería estar bastante divertido. Les puedo presumir la tela que estoy usando en este momento. Saludos a la persona que siempre dice, el video empieza en el minuto, cállate los 5, mijo, me caes bien, pero cállate los 5, cabrón. O sea, les quiero contar esto porque me la peleé para conseguirlo. Entonces, les quiero presumir la tela que estoy usando en este momento. Todavía no tenemos nombre para esta tela, no existe, nadie más la tiene. Estoy entre en canicas o en bolas para llamar esta tela. Hemos por fin creado una tela la cual, o sea, no puedes ver a través, pero se siente otra vez. O sea, el viento pasa, el sol pasa, literalmente estuve tomando el sol. Marica, no hay brazo de lanchero, no hay brazo de trailero, de taxista, no, o sea, no se marca. Te puedes asolear con esto puesto y es como si estuvieras en bolas, en canicas. Acabamos de lanzar en buenasnoticias.1 un montón de tichas hawaianas que me maman, güey, me encantan los diseños, quiero que los vayas a checar. Y pues toda esta semana los videos estarán auspiciados por estas playeras, las cuales me encantan. Ojalá que te puedas llevar una. Esta tiene un montón de caballitos porque por supuesto que estamos celebrando el año del caballo. El año del caballo es este año, entonces este año va a haber un montón de caballitos por todos lados. Significan buena suerte, significa que hay que ponerle huevos a todo y significa que hay que estar al tiro porque en cualquier momento alguien va a intentar agarrarte y montarte a la chingada. No te dejes montar, no te dejes montar. Pero bueno, feliz año del caballo. Este diseño es para celebrar el año del caballo y dentro de muy poco sabrán exactamente qué es lo que significa Free One. Free One lo estarán viendo en varios lugares, pero el lugar en donde te llevas las cosas es buenas noticias. Entonces, ¿qué es Free One? ¿De qué trata ese pedo? ¿Qué va a suceder? Dentro de muy poco se estarán enterando de qué trata todo eso, pero pues sí, ya te puedes llevar esta ficha, link abajo. Hay un montón de diseños, están maravillosos. Y si nunca te has llevado nada, usa el código de descuento primero porque eres el primero en llevártelo. Vamos a empezar a mezclar con tu y dos de información de que empezar con noticias que vienen desde Irán y Estados Unidos, ya que este fin de semana se abrió el estrecho de Hormuz y lo volvieron a cerrar. Puta madre. Literalmente este fin de semana Irán dijo, va, güey, va, abrimos el estrecho. Estados Unidos dijo, no tan rápido, cabrón, ya llegamos. Entonces Irán se dio cuenta que Estados Unidos tenía cerrado el estrecho de Hormuz. Irán dijo, ah, sí, pues yo lo cierro también. Y parece que ambas potencias, ambos países, están en este momento peleando para ver quién lo tiene cerrado por más tiempo, quién es el que realmente tiene el control de la situación. Y